Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and we have some unfortunate news to go over, as there have been some Steam Deck OLED scarcity going on as far as stock is concerned, and it looks like we might be heading into some trouble, especially with the impending release of the Steam Machine. I don't think this bodes well for the price point of the Steam Machine. I don't think it bodes well for the next year, a couple of years. I don't even know how long this is gonna go as far as the memory shortages goes. Valve has broken its silence on Steam Deck OLED scarcity, and yes, it is because of the RAM and shortage crisis as noted on PCGamer.com. Reports last week that the Steam Deck is sold out in the United States prompted speculation ranging through the outlandish to, typical stuff, but the actual reason is very simple. Just like the rest of the games industry, Valve has been hit by the memory crisis. Valve noting Steam Deck OLED may be out of stock intermittently in some regions due to memory and storage shortages. Valve now acknowledges on the Steam Deck store page, confirming the scarcity. Valve is not the only one that is dealing with shortage issues. There is reports going around that Sony is now pushing back their next-gen console. As far as 2029, 2028 to 2029 is the rumored window. It's supposed to be out in 2027, but I think for Sony, that's the best case scenario, just because I don't even think the PlayStation 5 has been fully utilized. I don't think people are ready for a PlayStation 6. And then on the other hand, Nintendo is rumored to be upping the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 next year. And look at the state of the console industry right now when it comes to price points and memory shortage issues. The PlayStation 5 came out in 2020, you guys. We are 5.5 years removed from the release of the console. It'll be 6 years by the end of this year. And the PlayStation 5 at launch had a $500 model and a $400 model. Of course, the $500 model was the disk drive model, $400 was the non-disk drive model. Well, guess what? The PlayStation 5 model with the disk drive now is $550, while the digital edition, I believe, is going for $500. Maybe it's $450 on sale, but $550 for the disk drive console. 5.5 years after the release of the console, it is more expensive than what it was at launch. If you go back to like the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 3, you guys, came out at $599 US. There was a $500 option, but think about from 2006 when the PlayStation 3 came out. By 2011, 5 years later, the PlayStation 3, you could get it for like $250 on sale and get it bundled with a couple of games. Now, getting a PlayStation 5 on sale, you might get it for $500, the same price as it was at launch, and you'll get bundled in some Fortnite credits. Good luck there, buddy. But yeah, that just, I feel like, is more indicative than anything about where the price points are headed and what the situation is like. It is not a good situation right now. And then on top of that, if you think about Valve dropping the Steam Machine as well, and we know that they're not going to undercut themselves, nor do I really think they should. I don't think Valve is in this position where they need to be super desperate. Oh, we need to get people to buy the Steam Machine. Guess what? There's gonna be enough people that are gonna have interest in the Steam Machine that are hardcore PC guys that have disposable income that you could price it a little bit higher, and they're still gonna buy it. I don't think you have to go and try this approach that the Steam Machine is gonna be this accessible option for people all over the world that everybody across a variety of different price ranges are going to pick up. Maybe you can work your way to that. Maybe you can get to that point years from now, but let the Steam Machine, let this entry be something that, yeah, the people with disposable income, the people that are super into it are going to check out, and then it's more of a trial and error phase, and hopefully you drop a quality product, but it's going to be expensive, and they're not going to undercut themselves. So I think the people that are hoping for a $500 Steam Machine, they're going to be left very, very disappointed. And I would like to be wrong. I would obviously like to be wrong, but we'll see how all of that turns out. And remember, Valve did note that the Steam Machine is still on track for the first half of 2026, but I would imagine by now, if the memory shortages weren't there, we would have gotten a lot more clarity on what is actually going on with the machine. Valve noted, but the memory and storage shortages you've likely heard about across the industry have rapidly increased since then. The limited availability and growing prices of these critical components mean we must revisit our exact shipping schedule and pricing, especially around Steam Machine and Steam Frame. A lot of this does have to do with the AI industry and their demand for memory, and, whenever, I know this has been done to death, for all of this memory shortage is because of people wanting to watch a cat bench press 315 pounds or something like that. That is where a lot of this is coming from. I'm sure that they have all of these lofty expectations and these lofty goals with AI. You know, I am completely out of my wheelhouse when I talk, if I talk about AI. Look, I don't know where the world is gonna go as far as AI. What I do always question as far as AI is concerned, at some point, you know, you watch all of these videos, the cat's bench pressing, this video, that video, oh, here's a snippet of this AI generated movie or whatnot. At some point, we do have to get to a level where it's making a monetary return on investment, and in a big way. These AI companies are not cheap to facilitate, so at what point are they going to generate real revenue? I do question that, and as far as the ceiling of how much revenue that they can make, and some of it does absolutely worry me as far as how it's going to impact the games industry and the movies industry as far as people getting jobs and everything like that. But again, really out of my pay grade. But I do really question at what point are they going to take everything that they've invested into AI and then it's going to create a pathway for them to make real money. Because I can see, oh, here's this video of a Dragon Ball generated AI scene as if it was a 3D movie or something like that, or here's this movie with these famous actors. You know, how are you going to parlay that into making money? Are you going to be able to send an AI generated movie into theaters, and will people go out in droves to buy tickets? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I just feel like there is a significant portion of people that do have kind of a disdain for AI that would be inherently against supporting a movie or anything that's AI created to an extreme extent. I know there are situations where AI is used in a game like Arc Raiders, for example, and so on and so forth, but I'm talking about at a foundational level. Like, Arc Raiders obviously has a lot of developers employed, and Embark is hiring more people, etc., etc. I don't think the goal in the AI industry is to, oh, we're going to lead to this era where more and more jobs are created. I think the ultimate goal for a lot of people that are higher up that are implementing AI, it's to cut costs. And how do you cut costs? I think you guys can put two and two together, and that's what scares me more than anything. But nonetheless, as far as it's relevant to gaming, Steam Machine, we still have no release date. We have no price point, and I imagine that price point is going to be fairly high. Look at the cost of the PlayStation 5. Nintendo Switch 2 potentially going up in price this year as well. It's just a real big crap show, and the Steam Deck OLED also out of stock as well. Just an absolute disaster for the common person that doesn't want to spend all day on Twitter or whatever social media platform watching AI videos. Like, yo, that's fun for 5 seconds, whatever. The TikToks and all that stuff that I'm sure there are people that are into, but it's like, man, like, how much more of that can we take as far as that impacting stuff that people actually really do want? Maybe there's more people that find value in the TikTok reels of AI generated videos than there are people that want accessible hardware and video games and etc., etc. And maybe I'm just a relic of a bygone era. Genuinely, I don't know. Maybe the generation before me, they're like, yo, screw you, old man. We want these AI generated videos of the cat bench pressing. And you know what? If they want it that badly, who am I to say that they can't have the TikToks of the cat bench pressing 300 pounds? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.